So, hello guys. Wala lang akong magawa. So, i-record ko na lang ang aking gagawin. Actually, nabasa ko na yung mga previous slides. So, I will just continue with these slides kung saan andito ako ngayon. So, dahil wala akong magawa, and I am just studying some of the lessons. Kasi nga, para sa tagumpay. So, these are the operations manager in practice. So what are the operations manager in practice? We all knew what is the operations managers doing. So you most usually OM has the most diverse organizational function. They manages the transformation process and has many faces and names such as Vice President Operations, Director of Supply Chain, Manufacturing Manager, Plant Manager, Quality Specialist, etc. So why these operation managers has the most diverse organizational function? Because it is where the team Tagalog na lang. Kasi sila the operation managers is the one doing the operations coming from the different departments. So it is like for example the team from the marketing side, the sales and the marketing, giving throwing an input to the operations team, and then this operations executing the required goods. Then this operations manager also checking from the finance team whether a certain project is can be covered by the finance. Ganon. So all business functions need information from OM in order to perform their task. So they are the ones executing the operations of the business. Yan. So this is the business information flow wherein the operations managers receiving an inputs from the marketing, from the finance, the accounting, from the engineering, on the human resources. So operation management can't work alone. Of course, the inputs and outputs are still coming from these different departments, and these operations are the ones responsible for the operations doing the business. Char. Galing, no? Parang totoo lang. Yes na lang, wala akong magawa eh. So, for instance, the marketing departments giving the customer's demand, the customer's feedback, need for the new product. Customers' demands, like customers, we need this particular product because this is in demand, this is what we want. And the operations will do the demand by the customers. So customers' feedback. So if the output coming from the operations, the feedback from the clients will be thrown again from the operations team, like that the output of the product is not okay, that we have to at least do this and do that, like because there are certain error, may mga mali-mali or may something changes concerns. So it is the operations department na siyang gagawa dito. So, for the information, the IS on the finance. So, finance is the financial measures, the budget, the stockholder requirements, the capital investment. They're also giving the capital investment. Oh, we need this one. What about this one? Is it okay? The billing information, the process of improvement, current performance measures. So, and the engineering, and even the human resources. So, the scope of operation management. So, the scope of operation management includes forecasting, capacity planning, scheduling, managing inventories, assuring quality, motivating employees, deciding where to locate facilities, supply chain management. Forecasting is something that we are looking forward. We are forecasting like 3 to 5 years, planning for a specific product that demands clients for a product. So we have to do this one, and the sales output will be this one, and that the forecasting is coming also from the department, the sales and marketing team, plus the finance team. So because you are doing this one, you are doing the budgeting, so it includes the finance for the financial matters, and the marketing for the sales, just like that. So capacity planning, the capacity of the operations within a year. So the total what's this? Yun. So scheduling, the managing inventories, assuring quality, again. So types of operations. So there are goods and operations. Example, this is farming, mining, construction, manufacturing, power generations, storage, transportations, warehousing, tracking, mail services, moving, taxes, buses, hotels and airlines, exchange, retailing, wholesaling, banking, renting, leasing, library, loans. Entertainment, we have these films, radio and television, concerts, recording. Communication, newspaper, radio and television, newscast, telephone, satellites. So there are key questions in operation management. So what is the product or services? For fast food restaurant, for example, Jollibee, the goods they're producing is food, and a BPO company, like credit cards. Manufacturing, just like water, the bottled water, which is the treatment plant. Rental cars, usually the cars. So who are the customers? And heater juice. So there are lots of questions. So you really have to know these things. So the what, the who, how much, how efficient, where, and when. Okay, where will be the demand fulfilled? Where will the demand be fulfilled? Ganon. So you have to answer that. For fast food, is it fulfilled? When will the demand be fulfilled? So you have to answer this one. So if you have to answer this one in order for you to execute properly. Ganon. So clients view of the business world. For the supply, it is a products or services a business offers to its customers. So supply. So what are the supplies? Supplies of the items, of the materials. So the demand, set of products and services customers want. So it is the demand. It is the demand wherein the clients want. So in the market, if the demand is, for example, if the demand is tomato, because we have lacking, there is no sufficient supply of this particular product, then it will fall as to the demand. The utility is measured the strength of customers' preference for a given product or services. Customers buy the product services that maximize their utility, something that to be utilized to ensure that is utility. Consumption utility measures of how much you like a product service, ignoring the effect of price, of the inconvenience obtaining the product services attribute the product. That is what consumption utility is. Okay, so there the subcomponents of consumption utility is the performance and the fit. So performance, wherein it is where you are going to check whether for this customer's requirement, and there is something that you are just adjusting to what you receive from the supplier. Parang ganon. Hindi ko alam kung tama ba yung pagkakaintindi ko. Basta naintindihan ko yun. So, the client, so heterogeneous preferences, not all customers have the same utility function. So, not all customers, of course, if you want this, it's you who want that, pero hindi ko yan gusto. So inconvenience reduction in the utility that results from the efforts of obtaining the product and services. Transaction cost, another term used for the inconvenience of obtaining a product service. Location, the place where a consumer can obtain a product or services. Timing, amount of time that passes between the consumer ordering a product or services and the consumer obtaining the product or services. So food, there are some activities we have to do. Okay, so we have to do the trade-off. So companies cannot be good at everything, of course. You can't be good at everything. You have your own specific material. If you are in a trading industry, so you are good in trading, but you are not good in manufacturing because that is not the line of business where you are in. Diba? English yun. So there's strategic trade-off. So capabilities, trade-offs, market segments, Pareto dominated, efficient, frontier, and inefficiency. So capabilities, dimensions of customers' utility functions a firm is able to satisfy. Trade-offs, the need to sacrifice one capability in order to increase another one. Market segments, a set of customers who are similar utility functions. Pareto dominated a firm's products or service is inferior to one or multiple competitors on all dimensions of the consumer utility functions. Efficient, frontier, set of firms that are not Pareto dominated. Inefficiency, the gap between a firm and the efficient frontier. So the system's inhibitor waste are the consumption's inputs and have resources that do not add value to the customer's costly. The trip price of sandwich during takeout. So that do not value, that's the waste. So you're purchasing something, but that the additional do not add the value. It's just a waste. That is a literally waste, Charot. So variability, predictable and unpredictable changes in the demand of or the supply process. Demand variability, consumer arrival request behavior. Variability in supply, time to serve, disruption, defects. So inflexibility, the inability to adjust to either changes in the supply process or changes in customers' demand. So there are sets of activities that you have to understand. So OM across the organization. So marketing is not fully able to meet customers' needs if they do not understand what operations can produce, which is true. You cannot do the marketing exactly if you don't understand, if you really don't understand the operations capabilities. Because you are saying to your clients that you are assuring something, but the operation side cannot. So finance cannot judge the need for capital investments if they do not understand operations concepts and needs, of course. So information systems enables the information flow throughout the organization. Human resource must understand job requirements and workers' skill. Yeah, of course, when you are in the HR, if you are the HR team, you really have to understand what the demand, the requirement of the certain department. If the requirement in the operations team, if they require operators, you have to advertise for operators for a specific type of operators. You're not just you're not just asking for this one because they're mainly operators, but at least you really understand what kind of operation, what kind of demand requirement a certain department needs. Diba ang galing? So an accounting needs to consider inventory management, capacity information, and labor standards. Okay, so there are difference between manufacturing and services organizations. So manufacturing is tangible. So conformance, performance, reliability, feature, durability, serviceability, perceived quality. Manufacturing is tangible. The term is tangible. So what do you mean by tangible? Something that is physically, yung nahawak ka, that is tangible. Galing. Okay, so the difference between manufacturer and service organization. Services is intangible, so that is the courtesy, friendliness of staff, promptness, timelines, atmosphere, time, consistency. Intangible, something that cannot be hawak-hawak. So, hindi natin hahawakan. That is intangible. Ganon. So, both use technology, both have quality, productivity, and response issues, both must forecast demand, both can have capacity layout and location issues, both have customer, supplier, scheduling, and staffing issues. Okay? So now, there are challenges of managing services. Their service jobs are often less structured than manufacturing jobs. Customer contact is higher, worker skill levels are lower, service higher, many low-skill entry-level workers, employee turnover is higher, input variability is higher, service performance can be effective by workers' personal factors. Okay, ganun yan. Third comparison, so manufacturing organization and service organization. So you have the manufacturing organization, conformance to specifications, performance, reliability, features, durability, serviceability. When service organization is tangible factors, consistency, responsiveness to customers' need, courtesy, friendliness, timelines, promptness, atmosphere, and timeliness. What is quality? The definition of quality depends on the role of the people defining it. Difficult to define one's quality standard in precise term. More common definition of quality is conformance to specification, fitness for use, value for price paid, support services, psychological criteria. So, what is quality? The word quality stands as Q stands for the cost search for excellence. Q, understanding customers' needs, either to understand what does a customer actually wants. A stands for action of a business to achieve customers' appreciation. L stands for leadership. Stands for I stands for involving of people. Either every people should be involved for producing quality product. Then whether he, she is a customer or manufacturer. T stands for team spirit to work for a common goal. Y stands for yardstick, measuring rod to measure progress. So, quality in products. Manufactured products have several quality dimensions that includes performance, a product's primary operating characteristics, features, the bells and wheels of a product, reliability, the probability of products surviving over a specified period of time under stated condition of use. Okay, so the quality products it also has a conformance, the degree to which physical and performance characteristics of product matches per established standards. Durability is the amount of use that one gets from a product before it physically deteriorates or until replacement is preferable. Okay, so serviceability, the ability to repair a product quickly and easily. Aesthetic, how a product looked, feels, sounds, tastes, smell. Perceived quality, subject assessment resulting from image advertising on brand names. Quality product, quality control in manufacturing is usually based on conformance, specifically conformance to specifications. Specifications are targets and tolerance determined by designer of products and services. Targets are the ideal value for which products, services, tolerance are acceptable deviations from these ideal values. Binabasa ko lang. So, service can be defined as primary or complementary activities that does not directly produce a physical product. That is the non-goods part of the transaction between buyer, customer, and seller. Example is the hotel and restaurant, health, legal, engineering, and other professional service, educational institutions, financial services, retailers, transportation, public utilities. So the most important dimensions of service quality includes the following: time, how much time must a customer's wait; timeliness, will a service to be performed when promised; completeness, are all items in order to include. So the quality also is courtesy, consistency, accessibility, and inconvenience. And there is also the accuracy, the responsiveness, And you'll see also the growth. Okay, so just like that. So the decisions, all organizations make decisions and follow similar path. So first decision is very broad strategic decisions. The strategic decisions set the direction for the entire company. They are broad in scope and long-term in nature. So following decisions focus on specific tactical decisions. Tactical decisions focus on specific day-to-day issues like resource needs, schedule, and quantities to produce are frequent. No tactical and strategic decision must align. So just like that, the operation said the model's quantitative approach, analysis of trade-offs, system approach, establishing priorities and ethics. So key decisions in operation managers, what resources or what amounts, when needed, scheduled, ordered, where work to be done, how designed, who to do work. The decision-making system design, capacity, location, arrangement of department, products and services, planning, acquisition, planning, and placement of equipment. So decision-making, personnel, inventory, scheduling, project management, quality assurance. So we have the models, quantitative approach, analysis of trade-off, system approach. So models, the model is abstraction of reality, physical, schematic, and mathematics. So models are beneficial, easy to use, less expensive, require users to organize, increase understanding of the problem, enable what-if questions, consistent tool for evaluation and standardized format, power of mathematics. And the limit of models are quantitative informations may be emphasized over qualitative. Models may be incorrect, applied, and results misinterpreted. Non-qualified users may not comprehend the rules on how to use the model. Use of model does not guarantee good decisions. So quantitative approaches, linear programming, queuing techniques, inventory models, product models, statistical models. And decision of the amount of models of the inventory to stock is increased cost of holding inventory versus delivery customer service. So system approach, Pareto phenomenon of new factors account for a higher percentage of the current sum events. 80 by 20% rule, 80% of problems are caused by 20% of the activity. So ethical issues is a financial statement, worker safety, product safety, quality, environment, community, hiring, firing workers, closing facilities, workers' right. Today's OM environment, customers demand better quality, greater speed, and lower cost. Companies implementing lean systems concepts, total system approach to efficient operations, recognize need to better manage information using ERP and CRM system, increased cross-functional decision making. So TQM is the integrated organizational effort designed to improve quality or at every level. TQM is a comprehensive and integrated way of managing any organizations in order to, number one, to meet the need of the customer consistently. Number two is achieve continuous improvements in every aspect of the organization's activity. So concept of TQM, customer focus, continuous improvement, employee people employment, use of quality tools, product design, and process management. So total is involvement in the entire organization's supply chain or product life cycle. Quality is a dynamic state associated with product, service, people, processes, and environment that meets or exceeds expectations. Management is a system of managing with steps like planning, organizing, controlling, leading, and staffing. The three parts of paradigm of TQM is total quality management. That is the three parts, achieving total quality like that. So quality gurus contributes and they're okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.